Now let's begin terry loop knitting. For terry loop knitting, we use 2 yarns, yellow for the base and transparent nylon for the loops. This requires the pimple carriage and pressure plate. Remember to attach the pressure plate to the carriage first. When installing the carriage, press the plate firmly against the sinker needles. Align the carriage rail with the guide bar. Let's start knitting the terry loops. The half stitch pitch remains at H5. Same as the lace knitting setup. First, push the required needles to position B. Now let's configure the cams for towel loop knitting. Set both side cam levers to the circle position. Set the cam to position 0. For towel loop knitting, increase the density by setting the dial to 6. Set the auxiliary machine's density dial to 4. Use this clear nylon thread for towel loops. Now let's thread the nylon line. To make it easier to see, we've removed the thread guide first for threading. Usually you'd thread with this connecting plate attached. You can lower the auxiliary head slightly while threading. Here's the auxiliary threading rod. When you move the rod to P position, The triangular guide will pop out. By default, it stays at 0. Now push it to P. Use this crochet hook to help with threading. Thread the crochet hook up through the triangle into the top hole. Then hook the transparent nylon thread through. The fine nylon thread is now in place. Now let's cover terry loop knitting. Start by casting on. Using the same cam settings as for lace patterns. Turn the density dial up slightly. Set main machine dial to 6. Set sub machine to 4, then thread through the guide. Set the half stitch lever to H5. Check that all needles are knitting properly. Now let's thread the knockover board. Align the knockover board needles with the sinker needles on the secondary machine. Similar to lace pattern setup, align the knockover board needles with the sinker needles on the secondary machine. Similar to lace pattern setup. Take extra care when threading. Mistakes here could be costly. If threaded wrong, when removing fabric from the main machine, you'll end up removing all fabric from the machine. With the board properly threaded, we'll now remove the main machine's needles from their loops. For this step, use just the P carriage. No pressure plate needed. Place the pole shoe carriage on the main machine's guide rail. Slide it right to left to push needles to position C. then return it. After this step, all needles will disengage from the main machine. Next, attach the tension weight. Then set the cam lever to SJ position. Key the 3 consecutive rows in this configuration. Only the secondary machine needles are active now. In regular knitting, we'd use waist down here, but for practice, we'll keep using this yarn. Can knit to one more complete pass. After one full pass, first, insert the pattern card. Set to position 1, then lock the pattern card. Thread the nylon line through the yarn guide. For better visibility, lower the secondary carriage slightly. Move the lever to P. Insert the hook from below and pull the nylon line through. And we're done threading. The needle bed plate has 2 knitting attachments on each side. Lower both terry loop knitting attachments slightly. Now have the carriage memorize this pattern card's design. The carriage now remembers this pattern. Push 5 needles on each side to position A. With these steps done, now unlock the pattern card to begin knitting. Set the cam lever near the needles to triangular position. Now attach the pear pressure plate to the pear carriage. Press the P plate against the sinker needles, securing its slot on the guide rail. The P pressure plate prevents fabric lift during knitting. Let's get started. Follow the same sequence as the empty pattern setup. When needles reach position C, pull the carriage. Use the P carriage to reposition the secondary needles to C. Pull the carriage once more. Now for the main machine setup. Align the P-plate flush with the sinker needles when mounting. Secure the P-carriage's groove to the guide rail. Now pull the carriage from right to left in one complete pass. Release the needles from the main machine. At the same time, use the P carriage to push the sub-machine needles to position C. Then move the carriage. Repeat the process to push the sub-machine needles to position C. Move the carriage once to release the loops from the needles. Then repeat. While knitting earlier, we moved the 5 needles on each side to position A. This demonstrates why we move the 5 needles on each side to position A. This terry loop is knitted without a pattern card. If you cut all the loops with scissors, the result will look like a carpet. This is entirely up to your personal preference. Feel free to experiment with it.